I'm Farmer Tracie. It's early spring and we're in the greenhouse. I'm here to talk about seed starting indoors. You start with some trays that you can buy at your local garden center, some soil. I like to use Ideal Compost seed starting mix and germination mix from Ideal Compost in Peterborough, New Hampshire, since they're local and it's organic. No chemical fertilizers. What you do is you start off by putting soil in your seed starting trays. I like using these because you can put different variety of seeds in each different tray and label them so you know what you seeded in each tray. You want to wet your soil. This is actually a little too wet, but just about to this point so that your seeds have plenty of moisture to get started. And what I'm doing is I'm not pushing down hard. I'm kind of gently putting pressure as I go along to fill the tray so that when you put the seeds on, they stay there and they don't sink down. But at the same time, there's aeration in your soil. If you press down really hard, you're going to block all the air pathways. So you've got your seed packets. I'm going to start with Valley Girl, an early, short, determinate tomato seed. And I just sprinkle them, leaving about a ½ an inch between each seed. And you just seed about 20% more seed than you want to plant. So if you wanted 10 plants, you'd probably do about 12 seeds total. If you wanted 20 plants, you do about 24 seeds total. So I'm going to fill 2 trays because we need about 120 seeds total. And I always make sure that I label them after I seed. And so I put them in the front right-hand corner. That's my little system. And now you're done with that. The next step is putting a small amount of soil on top of that same seed starting and germination mix. You don't want to put too much. You put just enough to cover the seeds. You figure the general good rule of thumb on covering is about 2 to 3 times the size of the seed. So it's not too much because tomato seeds are pretty small. You want to let them come through. You don't want them to have to use too much energy to try to get through the soil. So that's it. We have 2 trays full here of your tomatoes. The next step you want to think about is keeping them warm. Tomatoes actually like to be about 85 degrees. So there's a couple options. You can either put it on top of your refrigerator. What you might want to do is take one of these nice clear plastic tops and put it underneath the tray so that when you water, you're not getting your refrigerator or your windowsill, wherever your warmest spot is, so you keep it from getting wet. This will capture the water. And then put one on top to keep it warm. It helps keep the heat in and the moisture in, both important things for germination. And then put it where you're going to put it. You can put it near your wood stove. You can put it on a heat mat that you buy at your local garden center. After you put it out, you want to make sure you keep them warm and wet. So you want to check them once a day. And if the soil starts to look dry, which is like a light brown color, you want to gently water. You can use a spray bottle or a gentle watering can. While your seeds are germinating, they don't need light. But as soon as they germinate, which you can see here, they look like this when they're germinated, that's when they start to need light. So you're going to want to move them from wherever they've been germinating to full sun, which is either by a window or under grow lights that you buy at a local garden center. All right, well, that wraps up our seed starting segment. Join us next time for finding out how to maintain these plants.